Yeah, so as you guys know, last year in the postseason, I ended up by getting hurt in that game against Chicago, and it was an injury that it was a flexor tendon issue. It's not a UCL issue that's been confirmed about 4 or 5 times from a bunch of different doctors, including Eltrosh. So it was a tendon issue that we all felt was going to, resolve by now, and I was going to be ready to roll. But unfortunately, during late January, early February, during my throwing program, I was experiencing just a not like a fully 100% healthy type of feeling. So I had to go back and see the doctors, get MRIs, do things like that, and the tendon just isn't where we thought it was going to be. It's not healed yet. So I got another round of PRP and stem cells. And we're doing rehab right now, and currently I'm feeling good, and the rehab has been going well the last 2 days, and we'll see where we end up.
How long you'll be out?
I don't, and that's going to be something that the medical staff and I are going to have to determine just based off of rehab and stuff. But I mean, I'm going to have a good amount of rehab here for at least a couple weeks, and we'll kind of see the next steps. But I have to do a building up process and kind of the whole thing.
How far along were you in your program before you?
I was at 120 feet, and then coming in to ramp things up. I was getting to the point where I was starting to mix in some off speed and things like that, because I know that it was locked out. We were locked out, but you never know. You never knew if spring training was going to be on time or not. So I was trying to push the best I could to be ready for that date. And when I started to kind of really ramp things up, I just either I wasn't ready or just it obviously hadn't healed yet. So that's where the issue was coming from.
So you're not throwing right now?
I'm not throwing right now. No.
What are you able to do right now?
Well, I'm doing rehab right now. So I mean, I'm cleared for all upper body activities. It's not something where I'm shut down completely. We're doing all the rehab type of stuff. We're doing as much as we can. I'm not throwing. I'm doing full upper body workouts. So it's not something where I'm super limited and I'm just sitting on the table waiting for things to kind of heal. We're actively trying to build towards a throwing phase.
Is it relieving at all that it's a flexor tendon and not something more serious?
Of course it is. Yeah, for sure. Last year, that's the news we were given, that it was not UCL. It was definitely flexor. But when you have a little bit of setback and stuff during throwing, you kind of always wonder. So I went and saw Eltrosh again. I actually saw a doctor in Houston, Dr. Conway as well. They're both fantastic surgeons that specialize in the elbow, and they both echoed each other's thoughts. It was independent of each other's thoughts, but they said basically the same thing, that it was a tendon issue that just hasn't really resolved yet, and hopefully with PRP and stem cell and rehab it will.
Was surgery ever an issue, or did this ever come up? Surgery, was that ever an option?
Not yet. Not right now. We haven't spoken about that yet. I mean, they're all pretty confident that this will resolve itself. So we're not going to cross that bridge unless we absolutely have to.
When did you get the PRP?
I got the PRP, and put me on the spot here. I got my stem cell about a week ago, so the PRP would have been about 2 weeks before that, because that's kind of the timeline. Unfortunately, PRP and stem cell and it takes time, and I don't want to take any time, but it's just kind of how it has to go.
How frustrating is it, given how well you pitched last year and the momentum we're going to carry into this season?
Well, I'll say this: it's extremely frustrating because I want to be there for the team, and I want to be able to pitch. And as you mentioned, I had a really great season, and I was looking to continue to build off that. I was hoping this year to come in and compete, for a Cy Young with my locker mate, and now I'm rehabbing again. So it's frustrating in that sense. I feel a responsibility to the organization and to the fans to be out there and pitch, and so that's weighing on me as well. It's not a situation where I was not trying to prepare for the spring training, or I was just doing things I wasn't supposed to do in the off season. I mean, I was trying to get ready to the best I could, and I take my role here and on this team very seriously, and I really want to be out there, with our guys. It's just something that it's going to have to wait.
Do you think anything would have been different if not for the lockout?
I can't say that. And I actually asked Eltrosh that, and they just said that sometimes these things take longer than we think they're going to. So all I know is that I'm back here with our medical staff now, and I trust Jeremiah very much. We did my whole Tommy John rehab together. So I have a lot of trust in him and our medical staff here to to get me right. And this is just something, it happens. I mean, it's part of being a pitcher, and it doesn't really have much to do with the circumstances of me pitching or when I pitched. I mean, we were going out there. We're trying to win an ALDS. We're trying to go to go back to the ALCS and try to win a World Series. So I wouldn't change anything. I'm very grateful, for the position that I'm in with this team. I said that last night. I sent off some tweets, and one of the ones I want people to know the most is, being in this locker room, wearing this jersey, and representing the city has been the greatest thing I could have asked for. And so that's why when I say, I feel like I have a responsibility. I want to be out there. I know the fans are frustrated. No one more than me. Yeah, maybe my wife. She has to deal with me every day. She's getting tired of me, I think. I'm trying my best. I promise that I want to be out there every day.
You came up with Carlos. You got the podcast. You had. What's it like?
Well, I'm Kylo's godfather, so that tops all of them.
Yeah, that's true.
Carlos is a lifelong friend. He's a lifelong. We're family now. I want what's absolutely best for Carlos, and if what's best for Carlos is being here in this locker room, then we'll jump for joy. But if he lands somewhere else, I think he's had an amazing impact on this team, on this organization, on this city, and I think it'll last for a long time. So I think if you truly love someone, and you always want the best for that person. So if the best is for him is here, then of course we'll welcome him with open arms. And if it's somewhere else, I'll probably say hi from across the field and then hug him in the off season. So
where's he going?
I don't know. It's funny. People ask me a lot. Actually friends of mine and family, what's up with Carlos? And I honestly, and this is the truth. I don't ask him, because that's something that is for him and his family. And he knew last year that I was talking with the Astros about an extension in spring training, and he was very respectful of the details and the timing of things, and he knew that I would tell him when I was ready, so I know he'll tell me when he's ready.
Did you reach out at all when he was going to switch to Scott, knowing how close you and Scott work together?
Carlos, we've talked about agents a lot, and I think he was very happy with where he was, but unfortunately, the parent company, I think, bought some minor league teams, so there was kind of some muddy water there, and he decided to switch over to Scott, and like I said, I'm not gonna call him, interject too much. I think he's very intelligent. He understands the position he's in, and I think him and Danielle made that decision, and it was a good one.
Podcast done, or are you guys still?
Yeah, we did it during the pandemic and stuff, and the plan was to keep it going. But with the season and the travel and things of that nature, we decided we were just going to try to focus on baseball and stuff. But we went to a few events this year, the UFC events, and we had tentatively planned for April 9th, but that's canceled, probably for the better.
Did your guy or did his guys win at the Houston one, Toyota Center, UFC?
I'm sorry?
Did his guys or your guys win at the Toyota Center UFC fights?
Well, Derek lost, so that was both of our guy there. Actually, out in Vegas, most of our guys won. Yeah, we had Izzy, and Izzy fought in Houston, and so Izzy won. We love Izzy, so we tend to pull for opposites because it makes it interesting. So, but I think we had most of the same guys on the last few cards.
Dude, the beast, man. All hype or what?
Who?
The beast?
Derek?
All hype?
No. Derek's a heck of a fighter, man. He just ran into a guy that just seems like he's got it going right now.
You didn't